Hi, Kelsey. It's Chris
Hi.
from JoBlo. How are
Yeah,
you?
nice to see you again.
I'm really excited to talk to you guys. It's my favorite show. So
Oh my gosh, thank you.
me and my fiance, she loves it too. She's always like, "So when we getting the news?" And we are obsessed with it. But I got to ask you, and she wanted me to ask you, Monica this season. So last season she had that crazy episode with Chief Rainwater, where they helped trap the guy that was killing all those women. Going
Yeah,
into season four, how do you think Monica's changed as a person after that event? Because it feels like she's way more hardcore and tougher in some ways than she was before.
yeah, definitely. I mean, we pick up right where we left off.
Mhm.
So I mean, the first thing on her mind always is Tate, and yeah, that opening, the opening of episode one is crazy.
Yeah, this
Um,
is airing after episode one,
oh, it
and
is
I mean,
okay.
and
So I can
Tate
talk
gets
about
his
it.
first, and
Okay.
Tate has to kill somebody, and that was kind of like this blown
Yeah.
moment. And I wonder how that would change the dynamic with Monica and Tate and
Oh,
Casey.
yeah, because I think, I mean, he's really dealing with the trauma of that attack, and and Monica is really seeing the Dutton take over in him,
Mhm.
which I think is really her tipping point. Like, she's like, nah, we're not doing this. So, and I think it's really the first time also that you see Casey and Monica really like have it out at each other, which is a long time coming. And but I think that it really enables them to start this new chapter that, you know of course, in Taylor's world, ends with a very startling cliffhanger that I wasn't expecting.
Oh no.
Yeah, 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 just to keep you on
I
your toes.
I love the dynamic of your character with so many of the people on the show, particularly Beth. But I also really liked what was going on with Chief Rainwater last season, and I was wondering if there's a payoff to that, because it felt like in some ways there's a tug of war between the Duttons and him over. I hate to get too uh, ephemeral or whatever, but Monica's soul, right? Like it kind of feels in some ways.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. No, that's beautiful. I think, actually, I think what's really kind of powerful about this season is that Monica, she does look to her people, her culture, to her home as a way of healing for Tate. And
Mhm.
then in doing so has a beautiful effect on her and Casey.
Mhm.
And so I got to work a lot more with Gil and Mo, and and yeah, and it's really a lovely part of this season.
Well, those characters are the best too. I love them. It's Gil Burnham's everybody
Yeah.
everybody on the show is so good though. But let me ask you, so do you have a favorite moment for Monica though? I mean, she's had so many great moments in the course of the show, but is there one to you that sticks out?
I mean, okay, so I've said this before, but I love this scene, is the scene where Casey and Monica fight. Like, it's so much fun because I think, that they're fiercely protective of each other, and they want to do everything right. And sometimes you gotta fight. And so Luke and I had so much fun doing that scene, of just like, there's some things they got to say to each other, and it's about time. So that scene was really fun to shoot.
So I'm in Canada, and we only actually got Yellowstone last year, and I
Oh,
teach English, and a bunch of my French students, I teach them with Yellowstone because they love it. It's their favorite show. And why do you think it is though that people around the world, even these French Canadians that have nothing to do with like a ranch in Montana, why do you think it is that Yellowstone has such this huge impact on everybody? Because they love it, and that's all they want to talk about.
I think in the same way that I don't know, like, even like The Godfather, you're invested because you really care about this fucked up family. You love these characters, and it's definitely a heightened world, but you're like willing to play by the rules of this game. It's Yeah, I think it's really in the construction of these people, you know.
Well, thank you very much for your time. I really appreciate it. Thanks.
Thank you so much. Thank you. Tell your wife hello and thanks for watching.
Oh, I will. We love it. It's the best. Thank you.